Hey, have you ever wondered what would happen if Death Note was sponsored by Pizza Hut? Welcome to GEASS. The year is 2017 and the British have started colonization again, and this time more successfully than the last time. I mean, look at this. They got America, Canada, Mexico. They got everything except the Holy Britannian Empire, which apparently China has now. This is Emperor Charles. The driving benefactor behind this booming success, a bit too successful even, man had over 100 consorts and displayed a unique talent of ghosting their children. Truly a gentleman of remarkable distinction. When he isn't birthing future terrorists and being a questionable father figure, he is busy looking at stairs for uncomfortably long amounts of times. He might be going senile. As the Brits continue colonization, Sector 11 is having none of it, whilst the Brits simply refuse to give a shit. Enough on that, meet Lelouch Lamperouge. This shape-shifting chameleon of names is a one-man identity crisis, with his names ranging from Lelouch v Britannia all the way to zero. Some people would even call him a radical militant.
You can't change the world without getting your hands dirty.
Besides the genocides and atrocities this man committed, he is also fond of chess. This 2-bit Magnus wannabe conquered the entire goddamn world in 2 years between the age of 17 and 18, and you're a 19-year-old sleeping in his mom's basement. And they say women in anime set up unrealistic expectations. On a side note, the character designs in this show are edgier than a blade forged with obsidian, etching themselves directly into your retinas. Back to the topic at hand, Lelouch Lamperouge is a 17-year-old active global threat and secretly another one of Charles' accidents who was banished to Japan. Secretly, he is a Japanese school student who tries his best to attend every class so he can sleep. He casually zips across the planet in the middle of lectures while you can't even muster the energy to take out the trash. The sheer absurdity of this double life makes you question, how was this double life of his never figured out? Either the intelligence agencies in this world are super dumb or Lelouch is too good at keeping secrets. I put my money on the first, as Lelouch once nearly got caught when a cat ran off with his zero mask. Yeah, those agencies are most likely high on some of that pure Peruvian cocaine. Imagine Lelouch telling his children, when I was your age, I abandoned my soldiers during an active war to find a crippled sister, all the while attending school somehow. Suddenly stories about climbing mountains with one foot while the other one is doing taxes won't seem so impressive. Adding to the crippled sister topic, this blind cripple who was basically a cardboard cutout the entire show did little to nothing on her own and was only being used by her siblings. But don't worry, cause the writers took care of her by replacing her with a baby brother who can stop time. Kinda, it's complicated. Personally, if I had to pick, I would take Rollo because at least he can stand up for himself.
Hey.
What you gonna do, year of flare at me?
No, I'm gonna yeet Twitter at you.
Oh, great heavens!
Enough of the family drama, now let's meet the show's most devoted sim, Suzaku. He's Lelouch's childhood friend turned enemy turned ally again, and he committed a Hiroshima 1945 for a girl who essentially executed Order 66 on the Japanese. Suzaku is Japanese. Japanese folks just can't catch a break in this series, but still fought in her name long after her death. And they say women in anime set up unrealistic expectations. While we are discussing the topic of brain abnormalities, let's talk about GEASS. GEASS is a power that grants you noodle nudging abilities. Different people have different types of GEASS. This guy can read minds, this girl can make you love her, the implications of which are questionable. This guy can see you move, this guy cancels out other abilities, and then we have Lelouch with the obey me button. He can order anyone to do anything and they will do it. That sure won't cause any genocidal mayhem on accident. Let's talk geography. World of GEASS has the Holy Britannian Empire, the European whatever, and the Chinese Federation that later became buddies with Zero before the Holy Empire got their hands on it. What happened to the European whatever in the end? Who knows? Whose story do you think this is, huh? Lelouch Bonaparte? And that sums up all the lands and their occupants. Done with geography, now let's talk about technology. Code GEASS, despite taking place in the past from our perspective, was taking place in the future from the perspective of when the show was first aired. 11 years in the future, no less. And apparently the writers envisioned that we would have giant robot Gundams by the year 2017. Yet here we are 2023 making walking sleeping bags. We could have had Gundams in 11 years, but y'all had to focus on sleeping bag. More on the secret identity part from earlier. When Lelouch was finally caught as a man who makes school shooters look like saints, guess what Charles did about it? Here's some options you can pick from. Imprison him, put him on death row, forgive him for leading a revolution. All of the above. Did you choose one yet? Well, you're wrong. Charles used his GEASS to chain Lelouch and everyone he knew in Sector 11's memory so he can spy on Lelouch and Lelouch alone. Why, you may ask? Well, it's cause Charles is senile. I would really get along with Job. And that senility runs in the family. As we see in season 2, Zero gives rise to an entirely novel nation, a republic designed for the Japanese people, embodying the essence of unity within the confines of a single room, a rubber room, with rats. And the rats made him senile.